Scorpio, to your reading for the week of February 21st to the 27th. Hopefully you guys have had a good week so far. I've been saying that for every zodiac sign. Hopefully I'm not being too repetitive in my own mind, but gotta have some sort of structured introduction, right? Some sort of. I don't really like scripting things. I don't like scripts. It makes me feel uneasy and inauthentic. But anyway, I've already shuffled everything. Excuse me. And so I'm going to go ahead and start pulling. Hey, lovers. Definitely focus on relationships this week. Feeling a lot of passion from that card, man. Scorpio, you're a very passionate individual. You like those deep connections. It's kind of how you are. Let's see here. So I'm keeping the abundance cards and the heart cards, and I'm also incorporating these gateway of light activation cards. I'm just saying this because some people like to know. These are very deep cards, and so I'm using them as like my spiritual development cards, kind of seeing where you're at. Those of you who connect with this video on your spiritual development, and kind of like what's changing, what you're being pushed towards, stuff like that. And I just like to say that in the beginning because it kind of gives you an idea of what we're going to be getting into, because it might get a little bit deep, which is how I am. So anyway, Lovers card. The Lovers also obviously represents relationships, but I'm definitely feeling like a lot more passion this week. So you may start feeling yourself feeling this way. You may start feeling yourself being a little more passionate towards your loved one, or just in your connections in general. But I'm definitely feeling like this is like a true lovers feeling right here, because the Lovers card does not only signify like a relationship, it can signify a choice. But I'm definitely feeling a lot of passion from this card. So if you're feeling a little bit more intimate, then that's kind of like what I'm getting at here. So, or if you find someone who does kind of spark that intimacy in you, that's exactly what it is, man. All right, so in the recent past, we had the Page of Pentacles and the Fool. So right off the bat, it looks like you started off on a new skill or learning something new. Could be education, could be just developing a new skill that's definitely very fresh. It's gonna help you embark on a new adventure. It's pushing you in the right direction. There's alignment here, and it's essentially going to help you create balance in your life. But it's turning over a new chapter for you to experience and grow with, so that you can help bring in a little bit probably extra income and just passion in your life, feeling like you're doing something worth doing. Both of these cards are new beginning cards, and the Page of Pentacles represents a new skill, a new project, a new, maybe even joining a school, as I said. It can sometimes represent like being gifted something like money or some sort of material asset. That could be the case, but I'm feeling like it's more of a skill set, something learning. Queen of Wands. Okay, so moving into the current energy, we have the Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands. So as we move into this next week, which is pretty cool that we have both two pages here. The Queen of Wands represents becoming more bold, more actionable. You're trying to kind of like create community in some ways. And so it's like lighting that spark, lighting that passion and enthusiasm. And the Queen of Wands is also very attractive at the same time. So you might see yourself actually moving forward on something, because it looks like the Page of Wands, she's got this new idea. She's extremely inspired, and has this like enthusiasm about her. Like, look at her, she's throwing up her wand and she's like, I can't believe this is happening, like I want to do this. And the Queen of Wands is like, okay, I have the inner fire, I have this. Like, she's raising her staff, she's very bold in her approach, and she's also very mystical as well. So it could be pretending to something spiritual, doesn't always have to be that way. You're just talking about career even, or things that kind of spark our passion. And so it looks like not only are you attracting something, you're becoming more attractive, whether physically or just energetically speaking, for opportunities. This is talking about you are starting something new. It's related to some sort of passionate like endeavor. and it's going to bring in a lot more purpose for your life. And that's what it's just that's a lot of fiery energy here. All right, coming energy. We have the Ace of Swords and the Magician. Yeah, so there's a lot of like new beginning energy here. You know, the Page of Wands can even represent someone youthful that could be coming into your experience, especially if the Lovers is the overall essence here. Because the Ace of Swords is like, you're having a new idea. You are deciding, you are gaining clarity on some sort of decision or mental thought that you've been having that's going to help propel you in the right direction. And with the Magician paired with this card, it's like you have the resources, you have the means to get this job done, and to move forward on this new idea and decision. So it's like you're peering into the ethers. That's what this guy is doing, drawing energy from reality itself. And that could look in the physical sense. It's like you have the money, you have the job set skill, you have anything that is required of you in order to move forward on this new idea or decision. So a lot of new beginning energy coming on in here, and I want to pull out these clarification cards. Yeah, definitely some sort of job skill going on here. So in the recent past, we have over the Page of Pentacles and the Fool card. We have the Five of Cups, and this generally represents someone who is kind of focused on the negative, focused on what was lost instead of focusing on what is being gained, or what is transpiring, I suppose. Because it looks like, maybe things weren't moving exactly the speed or the way you wanted it to. Because this dude's like looking out at this castle, but he's really also focused on these cups that were spilled, which kind of just represents things that may not have happened the way you wanted them to, like I said, or you lost something and it's created some sort of depression or sadness within you. But it's also talking about how you have these other two cups over here, which represent things in your life that are there to make you happy and make you satisfied, but you're not really paying attention to them. So how to put that into perspective here, if you were learning something new and you embarked on some kind of new endeavor or a new beginning of sorts in the recent past, especially if it's related to a job skill or a new job in general, you may have had to leave. You may have had to leave something behind that you are certainly focused on, because change can be very uncomfortable, and so your emotions may have been kind of all over the place because of it. Over the Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, it definitely looks like you were working on something. So the Eight of Pentacles is generally someone who has been putting his skill into practice, and he is building on that skill and creating things out of that skill in order to secure himself a good future. And honestly, like, this could be as much of health related, so like going to the gym or working on your body, as much as it can be an actual like skill set that's bringing in some sort of income. But it definitely looks like you're gonna be working on something and building it like a life out of it, basically. Because what's coming is the Nine of Pentacles, this new idea, bringing in manifestation with the Magician card. The Nine of Pentacles is like becoming independently financially secure. You are attracting a lot of like material assets and money to be able to buy things that you've always wanted. And that's what the Nine of, like, anytime I draw the Nine of Pentacles, it always represents like a time in my life where I'm buying a bunch of things that I've wanted because I have the money and I have the means to do so. And so it's talking about coming into more abundance. I mean, that's what this is talking about. This new idea you have may be related to bringing more abundance into your life. Starting something new. Great cards. You guys have a lot of new beginnings coming in. Oh, not that one. Release jealousy, clearing debts. Awesome. Nine of Pentacles can be somewhat feeling financially free as well. All right, so in the area of the heart, we have the crown chakra and seek. So the seek card to me is the equivalent to the hermit and the major arcana of the traditional tarot. It's talking about going inside yourself and kind of learning more about what your true desires are. Because with the crown chakra coming in, that's about divine guidance, divine wisdom, and knowledge coming in order to be able to move forward in the best way possible. So the seek card can be a time of healing. There's a lot of greenery here. If you love nature or if you need to get out into nature more, that's what this is saying. Seek what will best serve you in the long run and allow yourself to be open to new possibilities. The crown chakra is is your connection to the divine. And so when that is open and working properly, you can receive proper guidance in order to move forward on your life that's going to best benefit you in the long run. So definitely a lot of healing going on here and divine guidance. And if you are into meditation or if you don't meditate at all, this card to me says to meditate. Because when you meditate, you're essentially going to allow yourself to open up that crown chakra, allow that information to come in so that you can move forward. All right, releasing jealousy. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. Yeah, so whether it's in relationships or some sort of like envious like jealousy form of looking at someone's life and wanting what they have, it's saying to release that. I mean, jealousy is not something that we want to hold on to. It's definitely a negative vibration that keeps us stuck in our current mindset. So if you need to release certain patterns and belief systems surrounding jealousy, just know that you are worth everything that anyone else has. You just have to see it for yourself and be confident that you can have it, because when you do, that jealousy will just cease to exist. Own up to yourself and honor what it is you truly want and move towards it and not stay stuck in that jealous energy. All right, clearing debts. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. So yeah, this is saying that debts are going to start clearing out, especially if you are aligning with putting in the work with that. But when you align with something, the universe meets you halfway. So you might start seeing some extra money come in that's going to allow you to start clearing debts, which is a very positive sign to have. And once you start clearing debts, it's like, it's almost the equivalent to reorganizing your house, getting rid of junk that you don't need, that's just taking up space. Debts are like taking up space too. They are literally, it's like an energetic weight within your field of consciousness, and it's like it makes you think about it. And the more something occupies your mind that's essentially heavy, which a lot of debt could be really heavy energetically speaking, when you start clearing that out, you start getting more clarity, you feel free, you feel just like your burdens are being lifted. It's a very great feeling to have. And that positive energy that you start feeling helps bring in more abundance. And you just live a conscientious free lifestyle. I totally butchered that. That's all right. All right, Akashic Records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedom. What did I just say? Freedom from money, freedom from issues relating to relationships. You are definitely clearing some old stories here that are going to benefit you in the long run. You are releasing past lives, and sometimes even a past life can be in the current life, because if you've gone through a lot of growth, a lot of spiritual growth, and you look back on your life, you feel like that was a totally different lifetime. So whether you believe in reincarnation or not, that is kind of like what this is talking about. But ultimately, you are releasing old stories that no longer serve you and are keeping you energetically tethered to your past. And if you're wanting to create something new, you have to cut those cords. But ultimately, I do feel like you are moving into a more free, energetic space, which is awesome. Holy Grail. That's awesome. I haven't drawn this card yet. Inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. Right. So basically, it's talking about how you are what you wish to be in the first place. if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be abundant in relationships or love, if you want to be aligned with something greater than yourself, you are greater than yourself. That timeline exists already out there. We live in a universe or an existence that has multiple, if not an infinite amount of timelines that are existing simultaneously as we currently speak. All it takes is your alignment to get there. So whatever it is you're envisioning for yourself is already happening somewhere in space and time. And it's basically saying that like you are becoming more aware of your inner sacredness, and there's a lot of inner discovery happening with this card. It's like this holy grail is like you're inside. You are becoming more aware that you are worth so much more than you give your credit for, and that's what I'm getting from that card. Oh. All right, and there's a lot of like positive energy coming in here, a lot of alignment, and through that inner discovery, like you're just shining brighter. So good for you, Scorpio. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this reading. If you found value in it, please like and or share the video. I would like, share, and or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Why do I keep butchering this video? I don't know why. It would greatly help me out, and I'd really appreciate it. So anyway, I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.